Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this photo, evidently off of a phone, and wanted to know how to draw this. And this is pretty easy. He wants to use 1/4" wood. Part of this is 1/4" wood, some of it is 1/8" wood. My suggestion would be to cut the whole thing out of 1/8" wood. You're gonna get a lot less burn and make all the, you'd want 1/8" wood for the rings. And I can't make it exactly the way you want it just because I don't know the size of the rings, but I want to show you how to make it. So I've already got the font. So we're going to do the back part first, and we're going to get and I might break this up into a couple videos, but we're going to get the common shapes, and we're going to get the heart. It doesn't really matter what size because we can always resize the whole thing later. And then I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. And this is why I do. First of all, I'm going to back up here, and I'm using somebody else's file. I want to draw, so I'm going to double click on there and make it a hairline and then make it red so I know it's a cut line. Sometimes I'm using somebody else's file and they've got Pantone, so we want to, if you're a laser engraver, you just definitely want to use RGB. So we're going to click red, so now every time I draw something, it'll be a red hairline. So we're going to get the heart again, and we're going to hold down the control button. Then we're going to press P. Then we're going to draw another one holding down the control button and hit P. You could contour this, but you don't really have to. Now we need to make this shape, and that shape is basically a heart without holding down the control button. Just kind of elongate. I'm going to hit P, so it'll be in the center of the page, and now I can hold down the control button and bring it down. Now that one's selected, we're going to select this one, and we're going to weld it together. So now we have those pieces. Now in this particular device, they have and let's hit P, put it back in the center of the page. Let me move our picture over a little bit. I'm just going to get the rectangle tool. I'm going to build a rectangle. And with my corner rounded and the radius locked, I'm going to type in a 1/2 inch, and that's pretty good. Hit P again, bring down the control, hold it down with the control button. Basically what we're doing, we're giving a good flat spot to go into. I'm going to grab that one, select that one, and now weld again. So now we have our shape. It moved our heart out of the way. We're just holding down the control button to make sure it's still perfect. And then you can just always test to make sure it looks right. And I've got somebody else's file they're filling in with white. We want to fill it in with, and whenever I open somebody else's file, I get some funny colors. RGB, you want RGB. Here we go with the Pantone again. Just go down to RGB, and we'll pick black, and we'll fill it in, and that's what it's going to look like. So we'll back up here, it's good. Now we need to make the bottom, and if you can kind of imagine, it looks like a circle. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's fill this in with the Smart Fill tool, and now our heart, our center heart will not move. I'm going to left click, right click on red. We can get rid of all this now, and this way our heart should not move. Now we need to make the base, and without having, everything here, I'm going to hold down the control button. I'm going to press P and put it in the center of the page. I'm going to hit that and put it in the center of the page. But this is toward the back, so we want to lift this up. But we want to lift it up where it's not touching the corner, so we'll lower it to where it's about there. Now you need to make some joints to glue this. You could glue this down to the bottom without any joints. And I'm going to suggest using 1/4" wood for the whole thing. So we need to make something that is 0.125 deep, because that'll be the depth. And we're going to go with 0.25, 1/4 inch. So with this unlocked, I'm going to go 0.25. So it's 1/4 inch by 1/8 of an inch. Let's zoom in here. we're going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. Now we're going to move it up, get it pretty much on the line. We don't really know how long this line is. Let's see how long this is. It's a little over 3 inches. So let's Control D and also need to set this to 0, 0. Then it won't do that. Now we want to set our nudge factor to about 1 inch. Let's see what this looks like. Control D and move it over. That's pretty good. Control D and move it over. So there's our 2 parts. Now before we do anything, let's select them both and Control D and move them down. Now we can take our virtual segment delete key and delete this part. Whoop. Excuse me. Sometimes it might be better to have this a little bit bigger. Let's set our nudge factor on 0.001 and let's nudge this up so it'll be past that line. Remember, that's our 1/8 of an inch thickness, so it doesn't really matter if it's a little bit short. But we're going to do this, and now we have our tabs. And because we have these already there, let's set our nudge factor, our nudge distance back on 1 inch. And let's move these guys up. And then we can move this over. But see what's going to happen to the legs? So let's move these back down. And this is why you want to use the Smart Fill tool. Now let's select all this and move it over. Now this is where I use the Smart Fill tool again. And it's going to seal all those legs. So now I can left click, right click. And because this is still on 1 inch, there's our base. So I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to move this part out of the way. And I'm going to combine this, or really you would group it, but I'm going to combine it. Now all this is one piece. So those pieces should fit in to those other pieces. Now, some people are going to say, well, they're the same size. But whenever your laser cuts, it's going to leave a curve, and you need that width to make it a little bit better. All right, we've got that done. Now we need to build our 2 shelves. Well, let's do this. I'm going to break this video up into 2 parts. Let's bring in our word. And really, I don't think this is probably big enough. So what we can do is grab all those nodes, holding down the control button, and bring it down. I don't like the shape of that. Let's delete that node. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And delete that node. That gives us a little more room for our shelves. Now let's bring our word. And what we're going to do, we're going to create an oval. And this is going to be your deal. So now I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. And this is why I like working in the center of the page, because now you know your oval is in the center. We're going to grab it and make it a little bit wider. Now we need to left click on our text to make it a cuttable, and you can see already that we've got some parts that are overcutting, so we're going to go to Object, Group, Break Artistic Part Apart, go to Object, Group, and it should ungroup. Let me convert it to a curve. Now we can weld it. But sometimes when you do this, the center goes away, but it worked. Now we need to go and break curve apart, because we need to fix this. We just need to bring it down and then bring our W over. Let's set our nudge factor on something lower, 0.001. And let's nudge this W over. Now you could weld this, but I find it so much easier to virtual segment delete key it. Now everything's connected. Let's use the Smart Fill tool to fill that in. Now let's nudge it out of the, or move it out of the way. Whoop. That's why you need to probably go get your pick tool. Nudge our Smart Fill out of the way. Left click, right click. Let's delete this. Now let's put our wedding word into that oval. We're quite a bit big. And like I say, you're going to design this for yourself. You just need to use your little bit of imagination. And let's zoom in here. See how that looks. I'm actually going to hit P, make sure it's in the center of the page, and I'm just holding down the control button. And there's a lot of ways you could do this. This font particular isn't perfect for this. That looks a little better. Let's, I grab the circle or the lips. Let's grab the wedding word and just bring it up to where that W touches. So now we've got two parts that are touching. To make it a little bit stronger, I would go ahead and use your shape tool and bring this down where that W is touching also. It'll give you a little bit of extra strength. Use the Smart Fill tool to cut away these parts, or not the Smart Fill tool, the virtual segment delete key. So this part is going to have two parts. Well, back up here. Let me zoom in. We definitely need to cut out that. Because that's going to fall out. So what you can do is use the Smart Fill tool to see what it looks like. And see, it's going to leak. It's cutting something out that shouldn't be cutting. Let's back completely up. And let's look at this again. There's a couple ways you can do it. I'm going to do it the easy way right now. I'm just going to delete all this. Now you could, and maybe I'll put that in a second video. Now this is going to work. Let's use the Smart Fill tool to fill it in. That's what it's going to look like. And that doesn't look too bad. I would actually probably engrave those lines, but that's good. Now we've used the Smart Fill tool so we can get rid of all this. Hitting delete. Let's left click, right click. I'm left clicking no fill, right clicking hairline, put it in the center of the page. And if you want to know how to put these shelves on, just stay tuned and I'll do the second video. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.